If you're looking to learn guitar, check out Dave Isaac's Guitar Studio on Music Row. Whether you are a beginner or hobbyist, to professional songwriter or artist, Dave offers a unique and powerful method of instruction that teaches not just the instrument, but the whole musician. Find out more at NashvilleGuitarGuru.com. From the family grocery hauler to fire-breathing racing engines, the one name you need to know is USA Motor and Machine, located at 51 Cleveland Avenue in Nashville, Tennessee. Give them a call at 615-726-3725 or at usamotorandmachine.com.
Hey guys, welcome to Music Business Daily, where we give you the best music news around the world.
We do that, and today we have a little bit of news from GWAR launching their own special product that we will tell you all about.
Very interesting.
We have Weezer announcing a cruise, and we have One Direction getting a little waxy, which we'll tell you more about coming up, so stay tuned. Jeff Meeks and Chris Austin invite you to watch your favorite sports event at the Batter's Box at 43 Hermitage Avenue in Nashville, Tennessee. The Batter's Box offers shuttle service to all Titans home games. It's a great place for friends to gather for the game and after the game. So check out the Batter's Box Bar and Grill, and thanks again for sponsoring the show. Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show. Hello everyone, welcome to Thursday, March 14th. We are so happy to bring you everything that's happening in the music world. We cannot even contain ourselves.
That is exactly right. I'm Kane, this is Kelsey.
Yes, and we're gonna let you know everything that's important, starting off with Angry Stans, which is a new iPhone game, which you don't know what a stan is. It derives from the term of stalker and fan. Eminem actually coined the term in one of his rap songs. Knowledge. Anyway, it's called Angry Stans. It's like Angry Birds, but the reason that it even relates to music is that it's like kind of like this new game that's like Angry Birds, but you can play if you're a fan of someone. So like Adele is like the stalwart in the game that you're trying to like get rid of because she's like obviously had the top selling album of like the past 2 years. Congratulations.
21.
So you can play as Lady Gaga or Christina Aguilera, Katy Perry or Jennifer Lopez or Beyonce. And so you can like throw things to knock out all of the Adeles. But it's really hard, obviously, as it is in the music world.
I like though if you're Chris Brown, you actually get to use your fists.
Yes, which is really funny but also distasteful. But whoever made it has a great sense of humor. But you can definitely check it out. You can download it onto your smartphone next to your Talkapolis app, which I'm sure you guys already have.
Absolutely. Everyone has it.
Everyone has it. I don't know why you don't have it yet. But yes, so it's really cool. It's kind of just happened. It's kind of popped up out of the internet, just out of like fans that were wanting to, they were like joking that no one could knock out Adele, so someone actually made it into a video game. So if you have a genius idea, just know that you could someday make an iPhone game out of it. And then we'll talk about it on Music Business Daily.
Speaking of stalking fans,
yes,
this next story
is a good one.
It is a really good one.
It's kind of cool. The headline is just website selling access to musicians is a stalker's dream come true, which is a little less scary than you might think. But there's this new company that has just kind of come to fruition. It's called Bandpage Experience, and instead of offering just concert tickets and t-shirts, it offers memories. It does, in a really bizarre way. Yes. It's kind of weird. So based on what you want to spend, what artist you really like, it's like a new service. And so you could pay, like, for instance, like $150. You can get 5 minutes and a picture with George Clinton of Funkadelic. And he has some great dreads, so that could be really fun for you. There's everything from guitar lessons to like going to coffee with someone, and they all range at different prices based on the artist and based on what you're actually getting. I think this is a fantastic idea. I do too. For, you know, gifts and all those sorts of things. I think there will be a lot of people that will take this way too far. Oh, yes. But that's fine. But it's just another way of artists trying to make money. I think now that we're not selling records anymore, people are looking for different ways to do this. It used to be through merchandise, still is, all those sorts of things. It's just a new kind of merchandise. Yeah, it's a new merch where they kind of sell, you know, themselves. What's really cool, one of my favorite artists, his name is Max Bemis. He used to be in a band called Say Anything, and now he kind of does more solo stuff, but he does something he calls a song shop, and so he opens it up, and it has like a number of submissions. So it has like 300 submissions, and you would buy a song. You can buy a short song or a long song, and you give him a topic, and then he'll write you a song about it. You can give it to someone, and he'll like call you and sing it to you, and then give you the MP3. So this kind of reminds me of that, and I just think that fans are really looking for creative gifts now. Yeah, absolutely. Because you could always get a $45 t-shirt, but that's only gonna do so much. I think that you also, unless you're having that concert experience, it's really difficult to have that proximity to to an artist, to someone, you know, who you might admire or something like that. So this is another way for you to kind of
buy your way
I'm
into
just
it.
interested. I'm interested to see how this works. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of awkward people.
I think it will go away, to be honest.
I don't
think
know.
it's a great idea.
At the beginning.
But I think that, I mean, could you imagine it just snowball? And someone, I mean, GWAR, one of the greatest guitarists in the world, to open his door to this sort of thing, we'll never see him on stage again. He'll just constantly
be Skyping everyone,
Skyping
giving guitar lessons.
So,
oh, man. Well, someone that we will always see on the stage because they refuse to stop performing and refuse to stop making delicious products is GWAR. And if you don't know who GWAR is, a quick Google search, pause us and look at it, because I can't even really even do it justice, but just imagine lots of everything.
Well, I think you absolutely need to check out something on YouTube so you can get an idea
They're
of
just
even
really
how
intense.
this product suits them so perfectly.
Yes, but they have launched their own barbecue sauce, so it's obviously barbecue sauce, great pun, and they claim that it is made out of the blood of really hot chicks. So they are kind of like a performance art band, and they do a lot, and they have such a cult following, they've been around for forever, and so obviously anything that they're going to do, people are going to eat up, literally, in this case.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's perfect that they're doing a barbecue sauce, and I think it's hilarious. And I really hope they spew out blood and stuff. I really hope that they put this in cannons and launch this at their shows.
I was going to say that. I hope now that shows you don't just get covered in barbecue sauce.
I don't know. Some people might really like that.
But again, another great way for the artist to sell merch.
I know.
Money. And this is so suited to them. As you will see, as I said, if you're not familiar with these guys, go and check them out because we'll be able to put a link somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, because you'll just see that the barbecue
Well,
sauce
and it's making its debut at their Meet and Meat event. So that's like meeting and eating meat, which is April 8th at Grinders in Kansas City, Missouri. And it's also going to be at the GWAR. They do a big fan barbecue festival. So that's going to be later this summer. So that's where you can get the sauce first. I'm sure that they'll start selling it on their website at some point. Absolutely. But for now, if you want to be the first person to taste barbecue sauce, you got to go to Kansas City, Missouri and get in line because it's going to be delicious and delightful. Something else that's going to be delightful, if you're a Weezer fan, then they have done a cruise before, but they announced a 2014 Weezer cruise is happening, and it's a 5-day cruise. You get to go on the Bahamas with Weezer and just like a big soundtrack of music while you're on the waves. This
has turned into a really big thing. I know Taylor Swift has done it before, and I guess it's a great way to capture your audience.
Yeah.
And I mean, they literally can't leave. So
you're playing to your strengths. You always have a crowd, hopefully.
And, yeah, that's exactly right. You would want to impress because you can't leave as a band either or as a musician.
Right.
So, but great idea. And then they tend to match the same kind of musicians with the headliners.
Well, and I think the cool part is as a fan, you're going to meet people that are into the same music that you are. I mean, obviously, you have to be a pretty diehard fan to go on a cruise. And so I think you're going to meet people that know all the same music.
But if you were like, let's go for a cruise, why not team it with something like
that you already like. And it's not like you're going to be, I mean, they're playing 3 major sets in the course, so you don't have to sit down for forever. You have time to actually be on a cruise. But they also have a special Q&A session and an interactive Weezer game show.
Could you imagine how wild this cruise would be, though?
Just people obsessed.
Party cruise.
Exactly.
Party cruise.
They already have the Coachella cruise, so if you missed that, this is the Weezer cruise. You should get your tickets as soon as possible. They don't have an announcement for that yet, but just be watching the internet. I know you know how to do that because that's how you're watching us. So look up Weezer, sit by your computer faithfully, waiting to buy your tickets. Because they're probably going to sell out. I can feel it selling out. Someone else, this show I know is going to sell out. Wilco is performing not just any concert, but an all-request show at the Solid Sound Festival. They're basically going to host a Stump the Band segment.
Right.
I mean, you have to be a pretty good band to just take an all-request. It doesn't just have to be their songs either.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
They're gonna take, apparently, they're going to learn 50 of the songs. They're going to take a bunch of submissions and then learn 50 of them in time for the concert. And then the songs are going to be selected at random for the band to perform during their set. And they're also going to take suggestions from Twitter and participate in a live version of Stump the Band. So,
well, I love the idea that they are taking requests prior to the show. It's not
giving them a little bit of time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you?
Margaritaville.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But fantastic musicians, so they would be able to pull off just about anything. I mean, their music is so varied anyway. And
they can do so many styles.
So I think that, this would be an incredible show, and I think it would showcase their talent as musicians.
Definitely.
Even if you're not a massive fan, I think you'd be a fan of this show.
And if you are a massive fan and you've heard them play the same songs, at different shows, this is an opportunity to go and see your favorite band play a whole new
And I would say some of their
list.
Favorites too. There would be a lot thrown at them, so they'd be kind of sifting through the ones that they want to play.
I just think it's a really neat idea. And 50 songs, like that has the potential to be a really long, entertaining concert. So this is going to be a really good ticket.
Yes.
So you should definitely go to that because you're not going to be sad about it. You're going to be excited that they're playing your favorite songs.
Well, I can tell you, going from true, unbelievable musicians to something that's a little different,
which is One Direction.
One Direction.
We're not saying we don't like them. I'm just saying. No. Versus Wilco, not quite in the same...
Yet. Maybe.
Maybe in a few years when they're all legal.
Do you think One Direction know 50 songs?
No.
No. But they'll get there. They'll definitely get there.
They know their songs, but they also are being turned into wax. Because, yes, the famous Madame Tussauds announced that they will make their debut as wax figures, and they're going to debut in London.
Now, I know I can't talk, but are they just using the product from their hair to make them out of wax?
Possibly.
These boys have some pretty...
You have a little bit up there.
I got a bit going on,
You got
too.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But they might be. They might have saved it. But yeah, they said they're all really excited, obviously. They said this is insane for them, which, I don't know. I don't know if you get to a point where you're so famous that you're just like, you expect that, but I don't think I would ever expect being made out of wax.
Where's the cutoff? Because they haven't been around maybe a year and a half?
Really? Consistently for like a year and a half, yeah.
So, I mean, when I think about people getting turned into wax...
You think legends.
I do. I think that you've sort of been around for a while.
Yeah?
I guess if they go away, they can just melt them down and make them into someone else.
Exactly. But it's just... Like, what I thought was funny is they're getting turned into wax, and then they also interviewed them and asked who they thought should be turned into wax, which is really funny to me because I feel like if you're already getting turned into wax, like, oh, these other people that weren't as cool as I was, but they said they definitely think that it needs to be a Frank Ocean one. They think that they need to do Mother Teresa and Jay-Z and make Adele as well. So,
I mean, to me, that's the point. If Jay-Z
doesn't have one, come on now. It's making me a little iffy.
That's exactly. I'm just. Yeah,
but here's the thing: would like screaming teenage girls want to go see wax figures of Mother Teresa? There's probably a market for that somewhere.
Maybe,
but it's not here yet.
It's not.
But they're going to start out in London and then tour the world. So I'm sure if you have to get close to a wax version of One Direction, you will find somewhere to see them. Although I feel like I would rather see the real One Direction versus the wax version.
I think I'd rather see Mother Teresa.
Well, you can someday when she finally gets made into a wax figurine.
Let's hope so.
Hold on for one more day. But that's all of our headlines for today. Thanks for sticking with us. If you want to catch up with us somewhere other than this delightful episode, you can catch us on Facebook, facebook.com/Talkapolis. We also have a separate Music Business Daily page that's linked on there. So if you're like really into Music Business Daily,
absolutely,
that's where to find it.
There's a bunch of really cool shows on there.
There are.
We've got a Talkapolis app, which is completely free to download, which you can go and grab off the internet for your phones. Also, we're on Twitter, and you can catch up with any one of us guys that you see on this show in the same place. So we're really easy to find. Just come be our friend. Come hang out with us. Tell us what's happening in the music world or in your world. We'll get back to you. But we'll see you tomorrow on Friday. So have a great day, and we'll see you then. See you guys.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.